Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more of the Fire Emblem 7 Hector mode playthrough. Sorry the last video kind of ended on, basically me saying nothing, but didn't realize that we were already at the end of that video, so here we are with the second part of Crazed Beast. This video is going to be focusing mostly on Farina grinding, and that's basically all it's going to be because of just the nature of this chapter. Really, it's going to be just more of what I've been doing. Going to be grinding and getting rid of these units. I'm also going to be focusing pretty heavily on the left side as well with, with Hector and, Barter and Oswin. So a lot of this chapter, a lot of the rest of this chapter is just going to be that. Resistance, actually not too bad right there. I would have liked defense due to the Pegasus Knights we have coming, but I think all things considered, just getting one, or just weakening one of our opponent's strengths is good enough. Getting more of that bow experience for Barter. And see, this is the foolproof strategy here. Just switch back to the hand axe. And actually put the javelin up in front, but they normally won't go for Oswin. Just because they can't really do damage to Oswin while they could with Barter, so... Unless it's a case where... Well, no, because Javelin can attack regardless. Yeah, they'll basically go for Oswin is what I'm getting at there. Someone had to hit eventually. Kinda sucks that he missed that 80% though. He got it on the rebound at least, but still. It makes me wish for more damage. More damage caused by those units that I don't really intend on using, but I'm bringing them around anyway. Okay, so yeah, I think this is where it actually gets a bit hairy because... Yeah, it is, because this Pegasus Knight's going to do 9 damage. And if you remember, the Purge Tome that the Bishop used did 7 damage exactly. Now, I got that resistance point from the level up that I had at the end of the last video. But, think about it, if I did not get that level up, or if I got a level up that didn't have that resistance point, Farina would be dead, basically, and there'd be nothing I could do about it. Unless she dodged the attack, so I got pretty lucky. And, there's always that fear of, like, given, like, the monks couldn't do anything to me. Like, even Shine had 0 damage. Even Divine did 0 damage. But still, like, I wasn't remembering all the values at that point. And if there was just like one monk that got randomized to have a slightly a higher attack attribute, oh, excuse me, that would have been bad. And then once again, I'd have to restart this entire chapter. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because I'd actually know what I'd be dealing with, which is always a plus, but still, never want to redo a chapter if you don't have to. Or you never want to redo like 30 minutes of a chapter again if you don't really have to. So, you still don't want to have a situation like that. But thankfully, I think I was pretty lucky, all things considered. And see, I got that defense point now, but... doesn't really matter too much right now. Also, just look at the fact that Farina right now She has 90% hit percentage with a javelin. That's actually really good, because javelins are very, very inaccurate, much like hand axes, so... The fact that she is capable of getting, like, that amount of accuracy with a javelin is pretty sweet. Just more proof that she's a really, really excellent unit. I just wanted to look at her stats right there, just to be sure. And see, I think she's gotten a couple more hit points as well. One more hit point. I feel like that's her really only, like, her only downside, her only, like... I don't want to say bad stat, because, you know, it's not necessarily a bad stat, it's just one that doesn't really level up as much. But, you know, 24 is pretty low for hit points at this point in the game. Especially when you consider we have a lot of units that have, like, up to 50 HP now. So yeah, you definitely get concerned about that, but hey, like, her other stats are amazing. Her other stats are really good. It's not like she's Priscilla, who had, like, under 20 HP for a big part of the last playthrough. Oh, I think Rebecca's HP is also pretty low. I actually missed what it was right there when I quickly scrolled through that. All I know is it's not really that high. Wow! Both axes and bows are actually really close to leveling up. Both axes and bows. And, oh wow, Oswin's axe rank actually went up too. I don't remember if he's actually... The thing is, I won't really need to worry about Oswin getting an S in Lances, because I think Farina will probably end up getting like an S in Lances, and Heath probably will as well. Sane's also pretty close to getting an S in Lances too. So I have plenty of units that will definitely be able to cover all the weapons. Rebecca already has an S in bows, I'm pretty sure. Axes, Hector just got that covered, and Barter will too, so that's pretty much taken care of. Canas will obviously get Dark Magic. I'm not sure about getting Sarah up to S in Light Magic, though. It's hard with her just because of the nature of, well, because she starts with staves. Because she starts with staves, she's not going to have Light Magic for that long. But, you know, I'm still going to try to make it so, or at least try to make it so, at the very least, like, you know, she won't have S in staves and basically waste the possibility of having an S in Light Magic. And that's the end of the Javelin, isn't it? Yeah, the Javelin's dead. But that is okay, because I believe Heath actually has a Javelin, so I think I'm just going to replace my inventory with that. And thankfully the Bishop missed right there, but I'm still going to heal, because more Pegasus Knights. So one thing that is actually kind of helpful here in this map, especially if you did not use Heath, because Heath starts out with an Axe Reaver. Axe Reaver is actually a really, really good weapon for Farina in this chapter, because then you can use Farina to take out all those pirates too. So you don't have to just fight the monks. I go with the monks because it's easy, and you know, you only have to worry about the bishop, and you know, I guess the Peg Knights too. But once you get Farina up high enough, the Peg Knights are like not even a big deal. But that Axe Reaver that Heath comes with is really, really good for this chapter. And it's also, it functions as a lance, so, you know, if there's Pegasus Knights that attack you while you're attacking the pirates, it's like, whatever, you'll kill them too. And then afterwards, then you can focus on the monks if you need some extra experience, and there's not much that bishop can really do about it. Also, it looks like that we're about done with the units here, or at least the Cavaliers. both Oswin and Barter did a great job. They really held their own here. And see, the more I use them now, the less I'll need to use them later, so I can kind of give experience to some of my other units. You know, the units like Guy, Sane, Rebecca, the units that have been there the whole time or for a long time, but, you know, they're not really the best defenders, so, you know, I can give them more stuff to do. My Lords still have to promote as well, so they'll probably be getting a lot of that experience as well. And of course, there's all the magic units that I don't have yet. Or actually, I think I'm pretty good on magic units. I have Canas, I have Sarah, and if I really, really want to use her when I get her, I can use Nino. But really, when it comes to magic, all you need is Canas. Canas is amazing. Canas is really, really good. Okay, Purge down to doing 5 damage now. Oh, Purge. I'm gonna go ahead and heal again, just in case. You know, all it takes is just a very unlucky roll, and then you can't get back, and then, like, the units follow you, and then they keep getting lucky rolls, and all of a sudden you're dead, and then you have to redo a 40-minute chapter again, or... These are just things I do not want to do, so I try to do everything I can to prevent it. Which I think is fair. I think it's a fair way to do things. Okay, so I guess, kind of looking ahead at this project. Mainly because there's not really much I have to talk about right now, because we're literally just doing the same thing until Farina promotes. Looking at this project, like, obviously this week will be these 2 videos. Sorry for only a chapter a week, but again, we're at that point where it's kind of unavoidable. Next week I'll be essentially taking care of the next 2 chapters. The week after that, I want to say we have a couple of chapters, because once again we'll have chapters that I won't need to show the whole thing of, so, you know, start getting more of that condensed gameplay, which is nice. I want to say we're, like, in the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks of this project, like, after this week. So we are definitely getting there. I'll probably be alternating a bit between, like, 3 videos and 2 videos per week. I mainly did 2 videos this week because I wanted to kind of get started on Oracle of Ages. Because there's a lot more, like, overworld stuff in those games, and I kind of want to keep getting to the dungeons, so we're not getting, like, too far behind. So, you know, kind of wanted to work on, you know, Oracle of Ages a bit this first week. And then next week, because, again, I don't want to do just a single chapter, we have 2 chapters there. Week after that, we'll have a abridged episode, then we'll have a new chapter, then another abridged episode. I think the week after that will be finale. If I played my cards right, anyway. Because, again, there's a lot of other things I need to do for this project as well. I kind of want to talk about Hector hard mode a little bit, but that's probably going to be just saved to the last video. The last extra video, I guess you could say. So yeah, there are definitely some other things beyond just this normal playthrough I want to kind of talk about and show off. But yeah, for the most part, though, again, like 3 weeks after this week. So we're getting there. It'll probably be over before December, and that's good because, again, I've been working on this since April, the 4th month of the year. Finally finish it in November, the 11th month in the year. Yeah, it's been a long project. It's been a very long project. And again, it's weird, like, I don't really think like it was like that long in theory. It didn't feel like it was this long. It's just the type of game this is and the amount of content it decided to showcase to us. That's basically what it amounted to. So, you know, take the punches when you have to. Also, what do you want, phone? Okay, I'll have to address that later. Can't right now, I'm in the middle of recording Fire Emblem, leave me alone. not a big deal, though. Okay, so... there are things that are happening right now. Basically what I'm doing at this point is I'm kind of getting my units together to get ready for the support grinding, because there's really not much we have to do. Because, like, we've already got one of the fortresses. There's still enemy units in the top right, and I think there's still even reinforcements after this. So I'm going to be playing with this for a bit longer. Hey, it's really Intelligence System's fault when you break it down, because, you know, they cause me to desire the endless grinding in combat that comes from Fire Emblem. And, yep, Farina's already level 19, so she's already one level away from promotion, which is pretty insane to think about. She could actually get it right here. Like, not in this battle, but, you know, in this enemy turn. Oh yeah, she definitely will. I think she'll get it from this battle, and, like, the next battle will probably be pointless. Kind of hoping my, oh wait, no. Okay, I'll need the next battle too. Well, that's perfect then. No wasted experience. A little bit of waste experience, but... oh, okay, even better! No waste experience at all. I get a kill with someone else, and I promote Farina all in one turn. Thank you, Javelin, for breaking, I guess. Thank you, Javelin. And we still got more. We got more Pegasus Knights, at least. We're done with the, monks, but the Pegasus Knights are still at large. Also, there is a, Elysian Whip in this chapter. But since it doesn't really matter, and I have another guiding ring anyway for Nino, if I do want to use Nino, like, I'll just use the guiding ring for her, and I'll just use the Earth Seal here for Farina. I really don't think there's much of a difference of whether or not you use, like, the all-encompassing promotion item or the actual promotion item. Besides, Earth Seal sounds pretty cool. Like, just think about it, like, going up to your friends. Would you want to tell your friends, hey, I just promoted by an Elysian Whip? Or do you want to say, hey, I just promoted via Earth Seal? Earth Seal sounds cooler, sorry. Not to offend any of the Whip fans, you know, all 6,000,007 of you guys, but Earth Seal's a lot cooler than the Elysian Whip. I'm trying to think of what the, because I know it's called Elysian Whip in Fire Emblem 8 Sacred Stones, because why wouldn't it be? And, like, I know a lot of other games just use Master Seal. I'm trying to think if there was another name for the Elysian Whip in other games. I honestly do not remember. I could look it up. I do have a keyboard right here. And again, pretty much what's happening is what you expect. So, not really missing anything. Besides, she's already promoted. She got some pretty good promotion growths, though. And here I'm just going to give Farina the Iron Sword, just so she can start working on some of the sword experience, because she's going to get lances covered pretty much. I also like that I didn't really use that Killer Lance that much, because Killer Lance is a really, really good weapon. I mean, it's pretty much just like the Killing Edge, really, but still just having like having a weapon that can crit pretty oftenly is nice to have. You never know when it's going to come in handy. Okay, I went ahead and looked it up. Apparently in Fire Emblem 1 and Fire Emblem 3. The Elysian Whip is actually called the Dragon Whip, because I believe in those games the promotion for Pegasus Knights were the kind of Dragon Knights, or the Draco Knights, or the Wyvern Knights, whatever you want to call them. Basically, that's what they promote to in that game. I think it actually changed it back to Elysian Whip in the remakes of FE1 and FE3. That's right. I almost forgot about the Dragon Whip. But yeah, once you got to the GBA games, it pretty much kept the Elysian Whip name. But see, the thing is, like, Dragon Whip sounds cooler. but at the same time, like, that's when Pegasus Knights, like, definitely promoted to Dragon Knights, Wyvern Knights, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, that was Pascal. He died very easily. He's not a threat. I mean, he's not. He's a very weak unit. I mean, he's pretty much just a Eubens, maybe a little stronger, but, you know, not as meme-worthy. Although it is kind of funny that... Why are all these characters, like, recolors? But yeah, Pascal is really just a recolor of Bakker from Noble Lady of Kalen, so... Much like Eubens, who is a recolor of Bayard from the side chapter in Lim's story. But the thing is, like, because it was a side chapter, you don't have to play it. That makes Eubens the canon use of that sprite. Or not sprite, but that's basically that artist rendition, the character itself, like, he's the canon character of that. Well, that would make Bayard the recolor. Here I'd say that Bakker is the canon one, because no matter what, you face him first regardless. Not to mention that Pascal's exclusive to Hector mode anyway. I don't know why I blanked on the name of that. I'm still kind of blanking on it. Portrait! That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, we are getting close to the end. Gonna be very soon cutting to after the support grinding. There's not really a lot to showcase after that. I think it's really just the ending dialogue, and that's about it, since we've already killed the boss pretty much. Now, as far as this chapter is concerned, I don't know if killing Pascal early actually gets rid of all the reinforcements. I want to say it does, which is why I saved Pascal for last anyway. But I'd be lying if I said I knew that for sure. I'd be definitely lying. Also, what is with my voice? My voice is just going right now. Probably because I've been talking like for an hour straight, so... I heard there was a fighter whose sword work was a terror to behold. I traveled a long way to see him myself, but it wasn't my brother. My brother's strokes are far more lovely. I would lend you my sword, but I'm looking for someone. Take this. It is a poor substitute, but perhaps you could use it. And there's the Elysian Whip. That's where you get the Elysian Whip, just from that village. And see, it was the Elysian Whip made for Farina, because it's here in this chapter. But yeah, we're not going to worry about it. We'll just sell that for money, because money's nice. And we spent 20,000 of it on Farina in the first place, so... you know, gotta start somewhere, I guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and start wrapping this up a little bit. It's gonna use the sword here. Finally get rid of this bishop, who can't even do anything to us with Divine. If we were unpromoted, he probably could, but meh. He's down. He is no more. He ceased to be. Speed and luck. That could have been better. Farina, after I praised you so much in the last chapter, you've kind of been disappointing me a little bit, I hate to say. Oh well. Can't win them all. Also, why are you only down at level... You're down to 7. I guess that was from earlier. Yeah, that was the one I hit when I got the experience to level up. Or promote. That's right. Because that was the last javelin use. I gotta give her the kill for that, then. Just gotta. And here I just decided to send Oswin up to get those last 2 Cavaliers that are up there. Just throw a javelin right at the face of that monk. Delete him from existence. And there we go. Takes care of that monk. And all we have are just those 2 Cavaliers who I think just have like normal lances, so it's like they're not even threats. And yeah, we're done. That's number 2. Yes, it is. See, it's nice because Oswin, I don't have any supports with him, so literally once I beat these guys up, I can just cut to when all that's over. And here I'm once again just getting ready for my support grinding. I don't know why I moved like that. There was no reason to do that. Okay, so I will be right back, guys. Just gonna kill these 2 guys off, and then we'll be pretty much good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some supports, and I will be right back, and then we'll finish up the chapter and see what we have. Okay, we are back, and one other thing I'm going to do is just very quickly show off what's inside the shop here. Just some tomes and a men's staff, and here you have steel weapons. I'll go ahead and get some of these, I guess. And yeah, pretty much done. This fortress is secure. We've taken control of all their strongholds. That's it. It's finished. You're not nearly good enough to trap us. We should have listened to Elliewood. We should have gone towards the palace and avoided this trap. No sense in worrying about it now. All we need to worry about is where we go from here. Now you try and talk sense? You really are something else, Hector. Can't hold a candle to you, though. What did you say? Peace, both of you. Anytime we're able to weaken our foe, we've done well. Now we've got to get out of here. No telling when reinforcements might arrive. Alright, let's go. You're right, let's hurry. And there we go. That is Chapter 25, Crazed Beast. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time when we do the next chapter and do some support grinding. So see you guys then. Later, folks.